Drinking with Mayim Bialik. Am I pronouncing that right?
Perfect.
Yes?
Perfect, yes.
Okay, good.
I'm going to say cheers because it's bad luck not to. Cheers.
Yeah, I feel like pronouncing your name was a hot topic in the 90s. No one could quite figure it out.
People still can't figure it out sometimes, but I take all forms. Somebody actually asked me if it's M-I-M-E, mime. I said no, not the clown that doesn't speak.
Can I just call you Blossom? I wear a hat in your honor.
I see that. It's a cute hat.
I hear there will be a Blossom reunion on Brad Garrett's show till death.
There's a reunion of sorts.
Okay.
It's a partial reunion. I will leave it at that. It's an exciting reunion of sorts.
Okay.
On my third episode until that. Yeah, I've done 3 and I'm doing my 4th in a couple weeks.
Very cool. You having fun doing it?
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Don Rio created Blossom. He's the executive producer, and so it's super fun to work with someone who's written for me since I was a kid.
I feel like I often wonder what is going on in the Blossom world. How's Tony Russo doing? Is he still on the wagon?
You may find out. You may find out.
If not, perhaps he could join us for a drink.
Exactly.
Is Nick still married to Finola Hughes from General Hospital?
That I don't know if we'll have an answer to.
We'll have to do some fan fiction for
yes.
that. I'm sure it'll happen. Very good. And also, Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Yes, I have a recurring role on that as well.
There's just a lot of masturbation talk on that show for ABC Family.
Yes, it's a very interesting show. It's
Just
fun.
Say Me.
Just Say Me was on the other night. It's fun. That show is not for everyone.
No,
I mean, and I don't mean that 5-year-olds shouldn't watch it. I mean, even adults, it's not for everyone, or mature teenagers. But to be the comedy relief on a show that is so like kind of all over the place is fun. I'm a comedian. That's what I do.
Right.
And in my 3rd episode, you actually get to see a softer side of me, and it's actually kind of a serious episode for me.
Oh.
I also get to do the chicken dance in front of Molly Ringwald, but we'll leave that aside for now.
Oh, good. You get to work with Molly.
I finally got to work with her, and I said to her, I've been really wanting to meet you and work with you, and now I'm doing the chicken dance for you. It's not what I pictured, but there it is.
I love it. That's great. Yes, you're playing a doctor.
Right. Yes.
But you're actually a doctor in real life.
I am a neuroscience, yes. I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a PhD in neuroscience.
Just a PhD in neuroscience?
Well, I'm not prescribing medicine or seeing patients, and mainly when you do a doctorate in neuroscience, you do research, and that's what I did. I did get to work with patients for my thesis, but yeah, I am now back in the acting world, and I have 2 kids, which is really, Dr. Mom is what they call me.
Do you still get, I feel like you have a very recognizable face. I feel like people are constantly probably coming up to you and bothering you now.
I have prominent features, which don't change. My hair, often looks the same. That's why I've kind of cut it, and they have made it darker so that it's a little bit of a different look. A lot of people, when I'm not wearing makeup, recognize my voice because it's also different.
It's also very recognizable.
So yeah, but fortunately a lot of casting people are younger than me now, and so they don't have that bias of, oh, I grew up watching her, so it's kind of funny, but it is helpful, kind of the farther you get away. I mean, Joey Lawrence made kind of a drastic, he shaved his head, and he's got kind of a different look too.
Right.
So it's nothing that I'm ashamed of being identified with, but you want people to think you can be anything. That's why I do what I do. I want to make you believe I'm anything you want.
Maybe go on Dancing with the Stars like Joey Lawrence.
I don't think so. I do not have the personality that would make me that happy to be competing, and I'm also super competitive, and I would probably cry.
Yeah, you were great on Curb too.
Curb was really fun.
Larry David's a loon. He's
very absurd.
How did that come about?
I had an audition on the same hallway as the Curb Your Enthusiasm casting office, and I literally popped my head in and said, I'm a huge fan, and if you ever think to call me in for something, that would be great. And it took months. And my manager called and said, the Curb people just called. They want you to come read.
They want you to be a lesbian.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that until I got to the set, because you do not get a script. I knew nothing about the entire lesbian plot. I literally heard about it when other people were talking about it. They weren't even going to tell me for the scene that I was in. But that's really my sense of humor, and nothing wrong with a lesbian.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Fun to work with Larry.
Yeah, I mean, he's I worked with Woody Allen when I was 19, and very similar kind of personality.
Yeah.
Very reserved, not always doing stand-up, really has his own world of comedy, in his head.
We should do another Woody Allen movie.
I would love to, and I will make sure to send him an email right when I get home.
Yeah, just tell him we were thinking about it.
Exactly.
Over drinks.
Exactly.
Woody, Wood.
I've thought of
Woody
crazy.
short.